Has anyone here ever experienced sleep paralysis before? Because if you have, then you already know there's a moment during it where your brain stops believing in logic. I genuinely believed something was standing beside my bed, watching me, waiting. Before sleep paralysis happened to me, I was around 15 years old. School, pressure, stress, pending work constantly stuck in my head, and instead of sleeping properly, I'd stay awake all night watching horror videos, scrolling endlessly on my phone. That particular night was worse than usual. I remember lying in bed feeling nauseous. My chest felt tight. My head wouldn't stop racing. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't fall asleep. Eventually, I gave up and took sleeping pills just to force myself unconscious. And honestly, I wish I never did. Back then, our apartment was small. I slept beside my older brother every night. And the strange part is, nobody in my family had ever experienced sleep paralysis before. Not my parents, not my brother, no history of it at all. So when it happened to me for the first time, I had no idea what was happening. Sometime during the night, I suddenly woke up. At least, I thought I did. The room looked normal. The ceiling fan spinning slowly, the darkness near the kitchen, my brother sleeping beside me. But then I tried moving, and I couldn't. My entire body felt frozen, like I was trapped inside myself. I tried moving harder, nothing, and that's when I realized something was terribly wrong. There was someone standing in the corner, a shadow figure, tall, still, completely black, just staring directly at me. I couldn't see its face clearly, but somehow I knew it was looking at me. And the worst part, it didn't feel like a dream. It felt real, too real. I tried screaming for my brother. I tried using every ounce of strength I had, but no sound came out. The harder I tried to move, the more terrified I became. And the shadow never moved. It just stood there, watching me panic. Then suddenly, I woke up for real. My brother was shaking me awake, and my entire body was trembling violently. I was sweating, breathing hard, because even after waking up, it still felt like someone was inside the apartment. Whatever I saw felt impossible to explain. I barely slept for the rest of the night, and the next morning, my family kept talking about how badly I was shaking in my sleep, but I never told them exactly what I saw, because honestly, I didn't want to say it out loud. It's one of the most terrifying things I've ever gone through. And what scares me the most isn't the fact that you can't move. It's how real everything feels. Your brain wakes up before your body. You hallucinate. You panic. That explanation sounds comforting until it actually happens to you. It feels like something entered your room. And this happened to me around 2 years ago. At the time, I was living alone in a tiny apartment near my university. It was during winter finals week, and my sleep schedule was completely destroyed. I'd stay awake until 4 or 5 in the morning almost every night. One night, I remember falling asleep while watching random videos on my laptop. I didn't even turn the lights off properly. I just passed out, and then I woke up. At least I thought I did. The room looked exactly the same. My desk lamp was still on. My laptop screen was glowing beside the bed. Everything looked normal, except for one thing. I couldn't move. At first, I thought maybe my arm had fallen asleep or something. But then I tried lifting my head. Nothing. My chest immediately tightened. I remember trying to force my fingers to move, but it felt like my entire body had been strapped down. And then I noticed something weird. My apartment sounded wrong. Usually at night, I could hear traffic outside or people talking somewhere in the building, but this time it was completely silent. That's when I noticed my bedroom door was open. I always closed it before sleeping, always, and standing in the hallway was someone. I genuinely thought someone had broken into my apartment. It looked like a man just standing there, motionless in the dark. I tried screaming. Nothing came out, not even a whisper. The figure stayed completely still for maybe 5 or 6 seconds. I cannot explain the fear I felt in that moment. It wasn't normal fear. Then the figure started walking toward my room, slow steps, not rushing, almost casual, and the closer it got, the more details I could see. Its clothes looked wet, not dripping, just soaked somehow. Its arms looked unnaturally long. And its face, I still hate thinking about its face, because at first, it didn't even look human. Its features were blurry, like my brain couldn't process them properly. But when it entered the light from my desk lamp, I realized why. It was my own face, same hair, same eyes, same expression. It walked right beside my bed and leaned down near my face. I could hear it breathing, slow, uneven, and then it whispered something. Not loudly, but I heard it clearly. It said, "You weren't supposed to wake up yet." I tried moving again so hard that it physically hurt, and suddenly I could. I sat upright, gasping for air. The room was normal again, laptop humming, everything completely normal, but my bedroom door was still open. I know for a fact I closed it before sleeping. I stayed awake until sunrise after that. Eventually, I convinced myself it was stress. Until about a week later, I was talking to my neighbor in the hallway outside my apartment. Completely normal conversation. And before she went back inside, she casually asked me something. She said, "Was your brother visiting you last week?" I remember just staring at her. I told her I don't have a brother, and she looked confused. Then she said, "Oh, I just saw someone standing inside your apartment near the doorway one night." I asked her what he looked like, and she said, "Honestly, kinda looked like you." I barely slept for months after that. And even now, every single time I wake up in the middle of the night, I immediately look at my bedroom door just to make sure nobody's standing there.